Okay, so should be a quick video. I have a pretty interesting failure. This is my my Knights Armament SR15 CQB. It's the mod 2. But it went down to me on the range with a trigger failure. Now, it's a forward controls design ASF 50 safety and a Geisley SSAE trigger. You can see the G. I think you can see it. So it's not the factory Knight stuff here. But what we found is the trigger just died. So the weapon, even on fire, it won't fire, won't go to safe. Oh, I guess for the safety snobs, it's unloaded, nothing in the chamber. So funny enough, the hammer is reset. Gun's dirty. It's got about 600-700 rounds on it suppressed since the last cleaning, so it's kind of filthy. We're gonna clean that now, but yeah. So trigger is reset. Safety won't go to safe. Gun won't fire. So that is a new one for me. Sorry, I'm sniffling, man. You know, sinuses are killing me this time of year. So, but we're going to take it apart, pop the safety and trigger out, and just see what the hell is going on, I guess. So, we're not going to do that on video, but I am going to fire this back up once I figure it out. Yeah, so if you have guesses, go ahead and let me know here. But yeah, pretty interesting. Never had a Geisley trigger fail on me. So, all right, I guess we're going to cut out for now. I'm going to pull this thing apart and see what we find. Okay, so we're in the teardown. Here's the trigger. Switched over to the phone because you'll never believe this. Actually, so when this malfunction happened on the range, my buddies who's range will attest, I said it feels like something got lodged underneath the trigger, underneath the sear area, which wasn't allowing things to engage properly. But what the hell gets lodged underneath the trigger? That's crazy, right? Now I had a primer come out and jam up my 14.5. Got stuck between the bolt and the receiver and locked the bolt to the rear. But I punched it out and it was a primer that had gotten stuck. So lo and behold, no shit. Let's see if we can focus in here. So I moved it so you could see it. But that is a primer that was stuck underneath the trigger sear. That is hilarious. Hold on, let's see if I can move that a little bit. There, look at that. I was right. I thought it'd be crazy for a Geisley trigger to die on me. I've never had that happen before, but there we go. So, that's solved. We're going to clean this thing, put it back together, and just do a quick function check, just because. But yep, problem solved. Pretty funny. Figure I'd cut this in real quick. That is the culprit. Oh no. There it is. So like I said, it is funny because I knew a primer coming out is what jammed up my 14.5. So I figured that it's possible that a primer came down underneath the trigger sear. I think I'm calling it the right thing. I could not be, whatever. The trigger. And was causing it to jam up. And that is exactly what was in there. A fucking primer cap. Look at that. So Geisley and Knights still victorious. Cheap ammo being the culprit again. Haha. Okay, so we got that finished up. As I showed in the cell phone video, it was not a malfunction of the Geisley trigger at all. It was an unstruck primer that came from around that lodged itself underneath the trigger shoe. Shoe. I don't know. Flame me in the comments. I don't know the little parts. It's fine. But yeah, so I've never had that happen before though. So between shooting a lot and time in the service and everything, I've never seen that one. So I kind of thought that's what had happened, but I wasn't sure until we actually pulled it apart. So now we know. I'm kind of curious if any of you have had that happen, or something like it, or if you kind of knew already. Because I know there's people with way more time behind these, you know, behind guns than I have. Even though I shoot a lot, somebody always does it a lot more. So, but yeah, kind of interesting. I know somebody's gonna say something. Yes. The gun is clear, it's safe. Function checks. Everything works again. It literally just was that primer underneath the shoe like that. So pretty funny. I guess we'll do a quick tip the butt just because I haven't. It's nothing all that special, but it's a Knights Armament SR15. It's a CQB. It's a mod 2. It's not the 2.1 or anything. I've had this thing for like 3 or 4 years now. We're nearing that 18 to 20,000 rounds. We're somewhere in that ballpark. I'd have to look. It runs great. Starting at the front, we're running a Dead Air Sandman X, their new flow-through 3D printed can. All my rifles are chemo, so kind of stuck with that. I didn't want to have to change things, is what it is. It works good for me. Mod Light PLH V2 on a mod button. It works. Aimpoint T2 on a Scalarworks 193 mount. I am running a Tubbs flat wire spring. I happen to like those. Forward controls ASF 50-degree safety. The forward controls slightly oversized push pins, so they're easier to push out. Now forward controls dust cover because I think it looks cool. And then the Badger C1 charging handle. I just think they're really comfortable to use. I like them. And Magpul MOE grip. So nothing stupid fancy or out of the ordinary, I don't think, but it's a good gun. It runs really, really well. I put a ton of rounds through it, and it doesn't let me down. It shoots nice. I have a 14.5 inch as well. It runs great too, but yeah, kind of a champ. It chews through everything. So outside of some ammo related malfunctions like what we just faced today, it's been good. So yeah, nothing too crazy here. Just wanted to kind of capture that just to see if anyone else has experienced that, just because it's kind of crazy. I've just never seen it before. Thought it was interesting. But yeah, cool. Till next time.